Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Rasan427. And actually, today, what we're doing is a Dirty Fastlane 2023 review. Actually, Fastlane just took place tonight. It took place from Indianapolis, Indiana, and this took place on October 7th, 2023. And this is a really, really good pay per view. Actually, go more into detail and then we'll break down each and every match. But this is a really good pay per view. Dirty continues their string of good pay per views since I believe since like SummerSlam of last year. They've been putting out good every pay per view since then has been good to great. To be honest, so this just continues that over time. But let's actually jump right into this and actually kicking off tonight. You actually had Finn Balor and Damian Priest versus Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes. Now in this match, I did not expect anything of this match. I expect it to be a great match, but I did not expect a title change this match. We actually got a title change. I did not expect that at all. Like I just thought that this was like a throwaway tag team. I thought the only reason they put Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes together was because they didn't want to do Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens anymore. That's just what I assumed. That's just what I thought. But this actually is a different thing. And this might be a reason why to get Cody Rhodes actually over to SmackDown, because it wouldn't make sense for him to show up on SmackDown every week and he's a Raw guy. But since he's the Undisputed Tag Team Champion, he can actually show up on both shows because he's holding both championships technically, even though it's one title, I guess now. But yeah, this is actually for the Undisputed Tag Team Championships. This was a great match. Of course, JD McDonough, Dominic Mysterio, and Rhea Ripley is going to show up simply because Rhea Ripley didn't have a match. Dominic Mysterio didn't have a match, so it just made sense as far as that as yeah, because now actually Cody Rhodes can actually go to SmackDown now, and so he actually can show up on SmackDown. But yeah, definitely all of the Judgment Day members definitely want to come out. It was actually a really cool spot with actually Cody Rhodes actually crossed the roads and Damian Priest on the announce table. JD McDonough actually cost him because he actually hit him with money in the bank briefcase to his leg. So that was really, really cool right there. It was actually a modified 1D. Cody Rhodes jumping to a Cody Cutter while I think Jey Uso actually hold him up. And then you actually had a crossroads actually after that for the win actually on Finn Balor. It does seem like Finn Balor always takes the pinfall loss, but I mean it just is what it is. I don't think that Jey Uso and Cody will hold it for that long, but I mean we'll just have to see. Which is actually what they do, because I didn't think they even put the titles on them at all. I'm just be honest, I did not think they would put the titles on them. But this would be very interesting to see what they actually do with this. It's called Ascension and then Into the Judgment Day. And because David Priest lost it, or a lot of people, I just looked on the internet right fast, and I thought the same thing, that it was gonna be a cash in. Yeah, so a lot of people thought the same thing as me, it's gonna be a cash in tonight, but it actually wasn't that. Next, we get into the second match on the show, and that's actually Jey Uso and actually Cody Rhodes actually picking up the victory tonight. And yeah, it was actually a great match, great way to open the show. Definitely, probably one of the best matches of the year. Definitely one of the best tag team matches of the year, with them actually picking up the victory tonight. And Jey Uso actually gets another tag team on his resume, and I believe this is Cody Rhodes' seventh tag team championship reign inside his career. So the second match on the show was actually LWO versus Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. Basically, Hurt Business versus LWO. Now, at first, I just thought that they were going to choose out of either one of them. I believe it's Joaquin Wild, and I forget the other dude's name. I mean, they're like the two least guys in the LWO. But that's who I thought who they were going to, like, they were just going to choose one of them out of it. But then, once they did the injury angle on Friday, and I was like, oh, they're actually going to have somebody as a mystery partner. It was pretty obvious who the mystery partner actually was going to be. Just to me personally, it was pretty obvious, which was Carlito. It was great to see Carlito back, and it seemed like he's actually back this time because they actually gave him a brand new theme song. When he came back at Backlash, I believe they used old theme song without the opening intro. So it was really awesome to see him. I mean, him coming out later on to the match was kind of a little stupid because just like could have had it at the beginning, but I understood why they did it. It doesn't make sense, but it makes it more dramatic and stuff like that. So that was really, really cool to actually see Carlito inside this match. And the LWO actually picked up the victory. Of course, if you have Carlito coming back, he's actually picked up the victory. I had the LWO. I think I had the LWO actually picking up for my predictions. I believe I had, or I think I might have had the Street Profits actually picking Street Profits, Bobby Lashley. I can't remember our predictions, but the LWO actually picked up the victory. I think I might have had the Street Profits because I felt that they actually needed to win more. But once you have the mystery partner and Carlito coming back, they're absolutely not winning the match. And this definitely sets up what they could do in the future for LWO, because he's definitely joining LWO. What he actually do on SmackDown, I think he's going to jump right into this feud with the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley. Maybe have a feud with Bobby Lashley. He jump right into it, but paired up with the LWO. But it does seem that the LWO will split pretty soon, because it does seem like Santos Escobar, he's definitely turning heel. That's something that's definitely happening. But this was a really, really decent match right here. Pretty much what I expected. It was great to see Bobby Lashley finally wrestle, because I believe this is the first time he's actually wrestled since, I want to say he was at Backlash. I believe the tournament that they did for Night of Champions, I believe that's the last time he wrestled. I don't know if he was hurt or something. I can't remember whether he was at a house show. I don't even think he was at house shows from what I actually seen. I'll probably look it up or something. But the last match I believe he had was that tournament match. The triple threat match was just and I forget who was in the match, but he actually won it because he went to the finals with AJ Styles. But that's the last match he actually wrestled, was that night on SmackDown. And actually, the third match on the show was like a triple threat match for the Women's Championship: Asuka, Io Sky, and Charlotte. Now, this, I thought that the title could have changed hands, but to me personally, I thought Io Sky, she should hold on. She should hold on to the title for a little bit longer. I don't think she's holding on for that much longer, to be honest. I think probably by Survivor, by the end of the year, I don't think she'll actually have the championship, to be honest. But just right now, I think it's the best bet for WWE to hold on. Forever hold on to the championship, and my predictions was right. Actually, Io Sky actually picked up the victory. But this was a really, really good match right here. Would I say it's better than the SummerSlam one? I would say no, especially since the cash-in happened, and that added to the, even though that's a separate match, that added to the match. But I thought the SummerSlam match was probably better than this. But I really, really enjoyed this match with the Green Mist actually coming in from the start. That was a really awesome spot. And actually, it was weird because it was kind of dissension between Damage Control, because she's like, I don't need y'all, but then she actually needed them. So we just see what that actually goes with it. But I thought that was going to cause some decision. I actually thought when she actually came out that she was going to cost her the match, and Charlotte Flair was going to get her 15th world title win. So I don't know when Charlotte Flair is getting the 15th and the 16th, because she needs 2 more to tie that, or probably 3 more, because they want her to break the record. But she's going to get the 3 more. The 16th or 17th probably going to come at Mania. So she might win one beforehand, and then maybe they'll wait till Mania 41 for her to get the 16th or 17th reign. We'll just see about that, because they could have gave her the championship at SummerSlam and had her lose it. That's what I thought, but it was actually great. And Charlotte Flair actually got pinned in this match, which was kind of really surprising. Just the way that she's booked and everything, I'm just like, she got pinned. They could have easily had Asuka get pinned, but maybe they're actually Asuka and Io Sky actually setting up a longer feud down the line, because it would make more sense for Asuka to not get pinned than for Charlotte to actually get pinned, if they want to continue the feud with her. But yeah, Io Sky picking up the victory. I thought this was absolutely the right decision. To me personally, this was the right decision right here, to actually have Io Sky picking up the victory and actually coming out on top inside this match. And with Charlotte Flair had her the figure 8, and that's when she actually did her finisher moonsault off the top rope and actually pinned Charlotte Flair. So we actually see what's coming inside the future. I definitely think that the feud between Io Sky and Asuka will continue. 4th match on the show, getting to the double main event. There was only 5 matches on the show. We get LA Knight and John Cena versus Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso. And this is another really, really good match. I mean, there was not a bad. I mean, it's easier for not to be a bad match the less matches you put on here. Like, you put 7 to 8 matches, one of them are bound to be bad. But you only put 5 matches, and you deliver on every single one of them, it's going to become a great pay-per-view. But yeah, this match was really, really good as well. Well, I'm not the biggest fan of Solo Sikoa. I'm just going to be honest. I think he's good, but I'm just not that big of a fan of him. But I do think he was good inside this match. But yeah, it was a pretty generic type tag team match. You know, I did expect Jimmy Uso to take the pinfall victory, because I believe Solo, he's only took like 2 pinfall victories since he's been on the main roster, which was the Cody Rhodes, the Monday Before Mania, and I believe at Night of Champions he was the he took the pinfall as well, because that was Roman Reigns in a tag team match. But yeah, this was a really, really good match. Of course, LA Knight and John Cena was going to pick up the victory. They're not having them lose, especially LA Knight with the momentum. And John Cena come back, they were not going to have him lose. LA Knight actually won with the blood for Sharma to actually Jimmy Uso. But yeah, they were not having them lose inside this match. I do think that this is going to set up a match between LA Knight and John Cena at Mania. That's just what I personally believe, because I think if you don't put LA Knight in the world title match, which they talk about Gunther and Seth, but if you don't put LA Knight in the world title match, I think this is your best bet right here to actually do this. I think this is the best thing that you can do for LA Knight, is have a match with John Cena at WrestleMania. I think that's the best thing you do. If that's not happening, you have to put him inside the world title match against Seth Rollins. That's just me personally. Maybe Gunther holds on to it till Mania and he drops it to Chad Gable at Mania or something like that. But we'll just see the way they line it up. But I do think that this is setting up a match down the line for these two to actually fight. That's just what I personally believe. But this is a really, really good match as well. And I definitely want to see what LA Knight does. There's rumors of LA Knight facing Roman Reigns. That could happen. Maybe a huge 8-man, 6-man tag. Since maybe Cody is on SmackDown, they could do 8-man tag like with LA Knight, Cena, Cody, Jey Uso versus Jimmy Uso, Solo Sikoa, Roman Reigns, and maybe somebody else, or maybe just a 6-man tag. We'll just have to see what they actually do with that in the future. And getting into the main event, I could definitely say this feud, I guess some people like it. For me personally, it's been kind of for me. I'm glad that this is done after this. It seemed like it's done. I'm glad that this is done after this. We got Seth Rollins versus Shinsuke Nakamura, the last man standing match. This was definitely better than their payback match. I was there live for payback. The crowd was absolutely dead for that match. Like they people just did not care. It peaked at Cody Rhodes and LA Knight and all that other stuff, but people just did not care once I actually got to this match. But I definitely say that this was better. This was a really good match. We're actually some really cool spots in this match. Actually, Seth Rollins setting up the ladder and Shinsuke Nakamura actually spitting the red mist inside his eyes and actually pushing him off the ladder, which again, a lot of red and green mist inside this match. It actually looked like Seth Rollins was actually bleeding inside this match. That's what it actually looked like. So if you cut it on like inside the middle of the match, you would think that he was actually bleeding, but he actually wasn't. It was actually the red mist. And actually, but yeah, Seth Rollins, this was like a really, really cool match right here. And actually, Seth Rollins, he put on a great performance. I thought Shinsuke was great inside this match. I thought it was a great cap off to the actual feud. Basically the same thing he did with AJ Styles as well. But they fought inside the crowd. They fought all over the arena and everything like that. So that was really awesome as well. But yeah, I enjoyed this match way more than ever. I would never go back to that payback match. I definitely would go back to this match right here. We actually got a pedigree and a curse stop inside the crowd. It was like only like these table things or whatever. The ending spot was actually Seth Rollins actually crashing into the table with Shinsuke Nakamura, and them both actually getting up basically at the same time. But then Shinsuke couldn't get up all the way, but then Seth actually reached before the 10 count, so he actually picked up the victory inside this match and actually won, which a lot of people thought that Shinsuke was going to win. There was moments in this match where I was like, whoa, Shinsuke might actually win. Like, he pushed the dude through the ladder into the announce table. I was like, wow, Shinsuke might actually win this match and stuff like that. But he actually didn't actually pick up the victory, which I expected. I did expect a cash in inside this match. Basically inside this match or after this match, something like that. We actually didn't get the cash in, so I'm kind of surprised by it, but it seems like they're going to set up a story with the cash in with more to it than just what they're actually setting up. But just Seth losing at this point, no. And at this point, I mean, I don't know when Damian Priest could cash. I mean, I guess he could cash in the Mania maybe. But, I mean, I just don't see Seth losing the championship until Mania. I don't know what that means for Damian Priest. I mean, maybe he cashed in on Seth and Seth wins it back before Mania. I definitely don't see Damian Priest walking into WrestleMania with the championship. So if he cashes in by the end of the year, I definitely see him losing it right back before Mania. I don't see them having Damian Priest be the world champion at WrestleMania. That's just me personally. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I might be wrong about that. But tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. What did you think about Fastlane this year? I thought this is probably the best Fastlane ever. I could definitely say that I've seen pretty much all of them. I don't know what's really the best. I don't know what's really the best one. Maybe 2021, 2015 or something like that. It's probably the best one. But I think this one, before this show, I would say one of those. But this one is definitely the best Fastlane ever. This is great that they actually put it in Indianapolis. But yeah, there was not one bad match on the show. I definitely say the best match on the show is definitely an opener. That was a great match. That'll go as one of the best matches of the year. Definitely one of the best tag team matches of the year with Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso actually picking up the victory. But tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you think about Fastlane 2023 this year? Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching.